Hello, it is February 1st, 2020. Welcome to the weather update. And I figured I need to do this weather update because we have some more information regarding the month of January that I want to go over, as well as the storm that is really not turning out to be very much. You could see some snow over the Great Lakes. We're not going to see that. And there's some showers around Washington, D.C., Baltimore, to the south of us. That's all going to be passing off to the south. We'll see a little light rain, but not really all that much in terms of precipitation. You can see this is just very light rain. We've been cloudy all day, on and off drizzle, kind of a really dreary, depressing day across our area. You can see there's that lighter rain. That should be more over New Jersey. It should not affect us. So we're not going to really see very much rain at all tonight. Uh, let's look at the temperatures across the area. We can see that there are some winter storm warnings and watches in effect to the Rockies because we have these Pacific systems coming in. Looks like we also have some wind advisories for parts of Arizona and Nevada. But in our area, looking at some of the observations across the area, you will see we have variable winds, mostly tendency to be light from the north. Uh, 39 degrees, 41 degrees. It's pretty much stayed in these temperature ranges all day across our area. And JFK actually is reporting calm wind, and they are reporting mist. 41. Why do I bring up JFK? Because I spoke about this in the update, in the monthly update, which I'm not going to be doing anymore. But this is related to the weather that they seem to like to use the 22L routing right over our area. You can see there it is. This is the flight aware, and you can see they're just running them right over the middle of Nassau County. They come in along, looks like maybe Amityville, Mass Peak, and then they loop over here in the middle of the island, even though the winds are calm and they're from the northeast. However, maybe this has something to do with something else. Maybe it has to do with the upper level winds. So we're going to go look at the Ventu sky and take a look at the winds here. Maybe it has something to do with not so much the winds at the surface. I always thought the wind at the surface mattered, but maybe aloft, maybe we have some winds there. So you can see the wind direction here, mostly light and from the north, very light winds. But if we do take up the altitude here, let's go up to 950. Well, 950, there's a northwest wind, so they're still landing with a crosswind. That's 500 meters up. Let's go to 1,000 meters at 900. Yep, northwest wind. So why are they doing this? I just don't understand why they're doing this when the wind flow dictates them using the ocean approach. They should be using the runway, I believe it's 33. I don't remember the exact number of it, but it's the other runway that orients this way. But they just want to screw us with the noise. It's just because. I'm not going to get into it anymore. Yeah, we're going to talk about that later. I'm going to talk about Australia because the wildfires are also flaring up. So this is a satellite picture, obviously. Plenty of clouds over us. And the Weather Service has released, I believe they have on Twitter, they should have put a graphic up if we'll load. So here we look back at the first full month of January. And this is January 2020 warmth. Oh, let's try this again. Here we go. So this is the month of January here. This is how January 2020 compares to the average January temperature. And you will see everybody is way above normal here. No surprise that the biggest departure was in New Jersey. Newark, 71. And they were, Newark was 7.1 degrees above normal. Central Park was 6.5 degrees above normal. LaGuardia was 6.0 degrees above normal. JFK 6.0 degrees above normal. Islip 6.7 degrees above normal, and Bridgeport 6.6 degrees above normal. So you can see we were supposed to be the average. So you can see here in the average January temperature at Islip was supposed to be 30.6, but it was 37.3. So you can see how above normal we were. Just a very warm month, just a horrible warm month. I'm curious to see if Mount Holly put any package together about the warmth. Probably not, but we're going to see, because technically Tom's River is actually the Mount Holly office. So the southern part, much of New Jersey is in the Mount Holly office. I don't see anything here. Well, you know what? I'm curious. I am curious. Let's go to the past weather. Oh, they don't have a thing here. I'm curious to see what it was, but it's just going to take too much time for me looking for it, because they bury it for whatever reason. The Mount Holly office doesn't is not as good as the Upton office. Um, I can look at the. We're trying to find that there's not even a link. All right, weather event archives, but that's just archives for weather events. Let's see, maybe climate information. Yeah, here we go. So there isn't an observation for. We can go to Atlantic City and we can get the preliminary monthly data for Atlantic City. Uh, Maybe they have the monthly weather summary. Let's see if they do have it. Let's see. Yes, they do. Okay, so let's see how the departure at Atlantic City. Let's see. Departure from normal. They were, let's see, average 6.7 degrees above normal. So, yeah, just about between 6.7 and 7.1 degrees above normal. Let's see. That's Atlantic City. Let's actually look at Trenton now. Let's see what Trenton was above normal. Trenton was only 5.7 degrees above normal, interestingly enough. It's like a little further west than maybe, but generally around that 7 degree mark, we were above normal. We can look at Philadelphia too and see what Philadelphia's departure was. Philadelphia's departure was, let's see, 5.9 degrees above normal. So, just a very warm month all around. Very warm month. And unfortunately, there's no real end in sight to this horrible pattern that we're in. We're just going to go and look at the surface because I kind of covered the upper air. And there isn't really going to be much change going on this week. We're going to have lots of clouds around tomorrow, probably maybe a slight chance of a shower in the evening, and then we have this high building in that's going to give us that southwest flow that's going to give us that warm air for Monday. And Tuesday we see a chance of rain. Wednesday we see a chance of rain. We have this high that's going to try to build in, but the front stalls out. We deal with stall front syndrome. Oh, look at that. Maybe a chance of some frozen precipitation. Not very much, but maybe Thursday we might have a chance of some frozen precipitation, at least according to the GFS. And then whatever it is, it does change to rain, though you can see more rain, and then that moves out, and then maybe we can have some sunshine on the weekend, maybe, before the next system comes in. So you can see this pattern that we're in. Another rainstorm, and no real cold weather in sight. You look at the whole country, and I mean, this is toward the end of the period, but there's no really cold weather in sight. It looks like there's a little bit more of a trough in the west as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. But then the really cold Arctic air is nowhere in sight. It's way up north. And it looks like it tries to come down in eastern Canada, but it just can't make it through with that. It's just stuck. It's so frustrating. Now, it's just toward the end of the period. It looks like it might get a little colder. We'll have to see. But that's always like that. The models always do that because what it is the models can't handle this pattern. They they go by history, and to them they think the pattern is going to, end eventually. This is not normal to have this pattern just lingering all winter long, and that's exactly what's happening. So it really does stink. It really does stink. So we know we're going to be above normal. We know that. But let's see if we can get some sunshine this week. Because that's the main thing that's going to make it even harder. There's all these clouds around. So you can see tomorrow we'll be in the mid-40s. Monday we're probably going to be near 50 degrees, especially maybe over 50 in New Jersey. Tuesday you can see it looks like the southern part of New Jersey might even make a run at 60. And it's cooler to the north. And then another warm day for Wednesday. You can see that warmth again near 60 possible in New Jersey. At 50s on Long Island. And then this front comes through but gets stalled out to our south. So that's, it's nice that front would make it through and we could get some sunshine, but that's not going to happen. So plenty of clouds for tomorrow. You can see here's Sunday, lots of clouds. Clouds stubborn to leave on Monday. This is Monday morning. And by the time they finally get out, we have the high cirrus rolling in. Maybe there'll be enough of a break in the afternoon that we can have some sunny skies. But it's going to be warm, and it's not going to be a nice, crisp day. Then clouds for Tuesday. Wednesday, see, there's that cold air trying to get in, but it doesn't make it. And then we have the front that stalled out, the low riding along. And here's Saturday, clouds. Maybe Sunday we can get rid of the clouds. But, I mean, it's bad enough that it's been above normal, but all these cloudy days just are just awful. Awful. Meanwhile, if we were to look at the Southwest, in Flagstaff, they wouldn't have so many cloudy days. Let's go back here, and I think they had a pretty clear day today too. Actually, yes, they did. Flagstaff had a clear day today. Nice sun, plenty of sun. Let's look at Sunday. Yep, clear tomorrow too. Monday, a few more clouds, and a few more clouds Tuesday, but they're not socked in like we are. They're not socked in. Look, they're gonna have more clear weather next weekend. They have a couple of storms coming through that might bring the chance for some snow. They will be, if we look at the temperatures there, they will be above normal, though. Flagstaff's actually quite warm, too. You can see they were in the 50s today. Tomorrow they'll be probably in the 50s, too. The Flagstaff's right over here. And Monday, they start to cool off. So Monday, now they're down below. So Flagstaff will get some colder weather. If we look at the Moss, which we're going to look at right now, which I don't usually show you, but this is what text guidance says here. And how you read this, we'll have to zoom this in here for a little bit. I usually don't show you this, but I'll show you this. This pretty much shows you how to read this, basically. Up here are your highs and lows. Up here is the temperature at these times, I believe. This is the dew point. This is the sky. So CL means clear, OV means overcast. This is your wind speed, your precipitation chances. But basically, if you were looking at this, all right, now I have this set to look at New Jersey, so you can see how warm it's going to get in New Jersey. This is Atlantic City, which is really the best observation site for Toms River. You can see it's going to be approaching overcast skies. Does have the sun out for Monday, hitting near 57, and then Tuesday, 62. And this is the GFS guidance here, all right? So that's the high temperature. This is the temperature at that time, at around 7 p.m., and this is the dew point. So at least it gets a little humid, but it doesn't get that humid. You can see all the OVs over that area. Now, if we look at our area, which is Long Island, you can see we don't even have a CL on the map. So we're going to, like I said, be dealing with plenty of clouds. You can see all the OVs. These are your high temperatures, so you can see how warm it's going to be at Farmingdale, 58. Then it goes down to 38 on Thursday, but then back up to 46. And here is your Climo. So this is supposed to be a high of 39 and a low of 24, and we're way above that every single day except Thursday. But still, the low Thursday won't be that cold because of the cloud cover. So this is looking at all the Long Island ones. Islip. This is West Hampton here. Just a horrible week ahead. I am dreading it, to be honest with you. I am dreading it. Let's go back to view other Moss products, because that's a custom form that I have to get those particular stations. But we can go on here in the state, and if you look, this link is at nws.noaa.gov/mdl/synop/mrfmosmap.php. So we'll go to Arizona here, and you'll see all the weather that Flagstaff is going to have. All right, so I'll show you that. Just because I wish I could be in Flagstaff right now. May have to live there in the future if this is our climate. So you can see, all right, yeah, it was warm there, 54, but they did have clear skies. And here it's going to get cold now. Here we go. Monday, 32. Tuesday, 26. Wednesday, 36. But then they go back up again. They've been kind of warm too lately. But at least they've had a little more cold than we have, and they've had some clearer skies. And that's what makes it bearable. This pattern is horrible because not only is it mild, the sky's all junked up all the time. It's cloudy every single day. You don't have any nice blue skies. It gets to the Pine Barrens, and it's just awful. It's just an awful pattern we're in. It really is an awful pattern. So, lastly, we're going to talk about Australia here because, unfortunately, the wildfires have flared up, and I want to show you on the satellite, the high-resolution satellite. You can see all the smoke. This was from today. All the smoke that it looks like it's a little more under control now, but it was really bad yesterday. Here's January 31st. You can see all the smoke coming from the wildfires. A lot of people don't have power. Here's January 30th. You can see the fires kind of just flared up a little bit there. It's still not over yet. It's just still an ongoing, unfolding disaster that's happening there in Australia. And if I go in here and hit add layers, we can actually add layers and add fires. So we can look at fires, and we can put this on here and close that. And it should give us the option for displaying fires. And you can see here, this is February 1st. All these red spots are where there are forest fires still burning, and communities are still being destroyed. And it's just way warmer than it's supposed to be there. So you can see all these fires here. Let's go to here. Look at that. This is January 31st here. All right, this was today. It's February 1st. This is yesterday, January 31st. You can see it kind of just flared up. You can see from the fires had never been completely out. But you see, this is the 28th, and look at that. It flared up on the 29th again because it got warm and it got windy. And if we go and we look at the Ventu Sky site, we're actually going to look at Australia right now and show you this because again, this is the kind of disasters you're going to be seeing more of as we deal with the climate change. Again, here we go. All the cold air is just locked up north of the Arctic Circle, pretty much, and it's just above normal everywhere. It's horrible. This is global warming, is what it is. That's what the globe is getting warmer. And here you go. Here's Australia. Let's take a look at how hot it is there. You can see these wind speeds are really high. So it's 102 in Sydney, New South Wales, Canberra 93, 92, and the wind speeds look pretty high. So let's look at the wind gusts here. Yep, 38 miles an hour around Canberra. There's some higher winds. So it's not good. It's not a good situation. And the humidity is very low. So if we look at the humidity, you will see very low humidity. Yeah, 30%. That's very low. That's very low. A little more over here. And they did have some bad thunderstorms over here, too. They've been seeing this heat and severe weather. Here's the dew points. It's actually a little humid. All right. Well, it's a little humid. That helps the forest fire situation a little bit, though. But a very uncomfortable situation over there. Let's go back a couple of days here. Because, again, the mass media is not talking about this. Let's go back to the 31st here. Because I have a feeling they had some drier. They had some days where it was really dry. They had some dry air over there. Let's see. 29th. 50-degree dew point. Dew points aren't that low, though. A little humidity, and that's what's causing these thunderstorms to pop up. They've had some severe weather over there, too, in addition to these forest fires. So it's been a horrible situation. It really has. It really has for them. And I'm praying for them. I really am. But it's a really bad situation. These temperatures are just incredible. This kind of heat is just incredible. You can see there's a cold front right here. So you can see that they have this cold front that's coming through here. And hopefully it'll provide some rain to put out these fires. But it's just a horrible disaster going on in Australia, and we can't forget about it. So that does wrap up this weather update. Take care. Thank you for watching.